all the Halloween news that you need in one video. And at the end, I'll give you a list of stores that should have Halloween set or stores to keep an eye on. The rumors are true. Walmart is getting Summerween, Halloween summer stuff. Target did a collection like this before. Now Walmart's doing the trend. It looks like it's going to be mostly in the dollar spot, but I did see a video of a Walmart employee who had the stuff on an end cap. There were these like little picks that you put in like wreaths and stuff that were cute little Halloween stuff. That was on an end cap, like not in a dollar spot. I think there's potential for it to be at all stores, but it could just be the dollar spot stores. I'm not exactly sure. Bath and Body Works launched a new scent this year, kind of for Summerween. It was called Ice Cream Float, which is a cola scent with some ice cream. Not exactly sure where the Halloween comes in other than the packaging, but they listed this exclusively on their TikTok shop and it sold out like immediately. I did not realize how ravenous people are for Bath and Body Works. It makes sense. Like I think a lot of millennials have a lot of nostalgia for it. At least I do for like the art stuff back in the 90s. I assume this stuff will appear in store as well, but like to get like an early access kind of thing, I think it was like strictly through TikTok shop. That bundle was TikTok shop, but I can almost guarantee this is going to end up in stores, right? Like no need to panic. McDonald's also decided to give us a little sneak peek of Halloween this year in July. They are doing a little McDonald's set, which is like miniature McDonald's stuff, which this is just like spot on. So the trend right now. Like Miniverse is so popular. Anybody who collects that is gonna love this stuff. It's like a mixture of like nostalgia 90s or 80s McDonald's with modern stuff. Like this little like McDonald's building looks like a 90s playset, right? It could have been from the 80s. I'm not exactly sure, but I've seen that playset. I remember this playset. I don't know why they didn't make it look like a modern McDonald's building, but I'm glad they didn't. Look at the tiny little boot bucket there. That's so freaking cute. Now, I wish it was like a vintage looking one, but it's okay. I'll take this. As much as I would love not to be eating McDonald's every day in July to get all of these, I'm definitely going to make some trips to McDonald's. I need the miniature fries, I need the miniature hamburger, and the boot bucket. Canada gave us a sneak peek as to what Count Chocula would look like as a Muppet, a Jim Henson Muppet. Now, I don't know if this is real or if it's a hoax. I first saw it posted by a guy named Sammy Hain on Instagram. He was the guy that I first saw post about the Frightful Friends from last year. He's usually pretty on top of it. I don't think he would make this as a hoax for everybody, but it's potentially like he didn't think it was legit or he was very skeptical about it. Therefore, I'm going to be skeptical about it, but it would be super cool. I don't know why they would do a Jim Henson monster cereal, but if it's real, great. If it's fake, whoever created it needs to get themselves on ChatGPT and get us the rest of the monsters, okay? Ace Hardware is giving us, as always, all of the nostalgic blow molds that we need. If you didn't know, Ace Hardware and Menards are known for doing these like union blow molds. So these are old, like mostly like 90s blow mold molds that a company has been reproducing. I don't know if it's Union themselves or if it's Cato or who, but you know, Ace Hardware and Menards has been getting them. Going into Ace Hardware during the Christmas time is just so lovely. Like every blow mold they have is vintage looking. They have a couple modern ones like the Grinch and stuff. I saw this week that they started posting some Halloween stuff and this pumpkin stack blow mold got posted, and this is a mold from the 90s that is like being produced now, it looks like. And back in the 90s it had like yellow mouths and eyes, which I definitely would prefer. They've changed them to black. That's okay. If they have this in store, I will totally buy it. Or if I see it available to ship to store, I will definitely buy it. Right now, it's on the website to buy and ship to your house for $50 is like the base price, and then it's probably going to cost you like $20 to get it shipped to your house. So I'm hoping to see it pop up in stores. There's also two other ones that popped up on there that like disappeared. I don't know where they went to. I'm not sure if like I refreshed or go back on the website if they would reappear, but there was this tombstone. I really like the details at the top. There's like a little bat. It says you can personalize it. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that. If you just like write on it, if you just write on it, I don't know. But I do just like it like as it is. And then there was a jack-o'-lantern that popped up on there. And I didn't get photo of it, so I can't show it to you because I was getting the tombstone. I went back and then the jack-o'-lantern was gone. I feel like they've had this before. I feel like we might have bought ours from Ace Hardware in the past. So I'm really super excited to go to Ace Hardware this year. I'm really hoping they have that pumpkin stack. I've been checking periodically, and today was the day that I saw Hot Topic Halloween stuff on their website. Now, they always have some sort of like spooky-ish stuff on their website, but this stuff was like actual Halloween stuff. There was some Hello Kitty jewelry that I saw pop up, and it looks legit. I don't think that Hot Topic sells from like vendors on their website. If they do, but yeah, this jewelry for Hello Kitty, the packaging on it looks a little odd to me, like almost homemade. But they're using, what is it, the Creepers font on this, and that just seems so generic. Like everybody on YouTube uses that font, and it's odd to see it on this packaging, which kind of makes me think it's fake, but I think it's legit. And speaking of online drops, Dollar General posted what looks to be almost their entire Halloween collection. I could be wrong, but we got a sneak peek earlier in the year of this like table they're going to do of like a bunch of like pink, purple, iridescent Halloween stuff. And a lot of it is on their website right now, along with a bunch of Halloween candy. I searched and searched this website to see if there was like any sneak peeks of like any new exciting Halloween candy. I couldn't find anything. I'm not an expert in that. Yeah, it was cool to see. Most of it, if not all of it, said that it is not for sale in store. So that leads me to believe this stuff is not quite in store yet, but I think there's someone to keep an eye on. I could see them setting early, or they could set after back to school. I probably more likely back to school, so like August. Last week, Lowe's did some Halloween drops online, of which was a disaster for me. I did not get my Donald blow mold or my Casper blow mold, and that's okay. We'll get it in store. But a lot of people this week are posting their hauls, which have been fun to see. So I saw a video of Sparky, and we got to see what he sounds like and his movement. I will insert a video. Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls all look like they're actually starting to get Halloween stuff in. In weeks past, it looked like it was mostly Summerween stuff, but this week I really have started to see the Halloween stuff. Starting off with this adorable Sesame Street stuff. So cute. A creator by the name of My Cozy Little Home posted a code orange in one of these stores. I'm not exactly sure which store she's in, but she's definitely in a Marshalls, TJ Maxx, or Home Goods. And there was some Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein stuff that was super cute. The creator, Miss Leopard 89, posted these little also Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein little steppers. They almost look like little gingerbread people. They're super cute. Cracker Barrel also continues to set. I haven't seen anything like too new in store besides that little like childlike skeleton Grim Reaper guy. I actually went to my Cracker Barrel this past weekend and I did find just a little bit of Halloween. I was so excited. At Home and Michael's are probably mostly entirely set, so if you need a store that's going to guarantee you some Halloween right now, check out At Home and Michael's. As far as At Home goes, I am still waiting on a couple of things to appear. One of those things is inflatables, and I did find a video on TikTok this week of some inflatables. And Chris Ruth posted this giant cat plush at Home as well. I think it's so great. I do believe that Gabes is going out of business, so I haven't really focused on them too much as far as Halloween goes, but I saw someone post these really beautiful blankets that they have. There is a Hello Kitty one, and then there was a Furby one. Now, it's not like 90s Furby, it is a modern day Furby, but I have never seen like Furby merch anywhere. Like, It brings me so much happiness. Like, are kids actually into Furby enough to want to buy a blanket? I don't know, but I love to see it. So Gabe's might be one to keep an eye on. Does look like they're going to do a full Halloween set as far as I can tell. Like, this store looked like a legit Halloween set. And now for who's setting for Halloween? When is everyone setting for Halloween? So, as we've already discussed, At Home is confirmed to have Halloween in store right now as we speak. Now, I do get comments every once in a while that someone's particular store isn't set. So it's not 100% guarantee, but I'd say it's like 98% a guarantee. If you go to an At Home right now, they're going to have some Halloween. And I do believe some of them are shutting down because of bankruptcy. So that sucks. I'm sorry if that's your store. And Michael's is set for Halloween. So they've put out their first couple collections. So if you go to a Michael's, they're going to look like they're almost completely set for Halloween. You're definitely going to find some good stuff there. I haven't been getting any comments about Michael's not being set, so maybe you've got a better chance there. I don't know. Doing like stages of Halloween. They have different dates for different stuff. So like there's an Alice in Wonderland collection that's coming, but I think it's like later. And as I've shown before, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, this week appears to be that they're actually getting some Halloween stuff in stores. Before, it looked like it was just a lot of Summerween stuff. I haven't checked my local stores. I say it's a 50-50 shot of them actually having stuff in your store. Cracker Barrel is starting to set for Halloween. I have seen a ton of Code Orange videos of like a fully set Halloween table at Cracker Barrel. So I think you have a good shot there, but keep in mind, I went to 3 Cracker Barrels this past weekend and only one of them had Halloween, and it was just a little bit. It was just a couple of items. And Walmart is starting to get that Summerween stuff. I think this is going to be a hard one. I'm not quite sure if every store is getting it or not. I mean, you're probably going to be at a Walmart anyway, so it might be worth just checking out, seeing if they have the dollar spot, see if they have the Summerween stuff. My stores this past weekend that do have the dollar spot were still on like 4th of July stuff. Bath & Body Works is one to keep an eye on this coming weekend or going into early July. They were slated to set Halloween like around July 3rd to the 7th-ish. Depending on your store, that could be earlier or later. CVS is slated to set for Halloween July 20th, here around there. And I saw stuff last week where people were going in store and like maybe was some Halloween stuff on a cart, or a worker let them know that there was Halloween stuff in the back. I don't know. If you think that your CVS could potentially be setting early, they might be worth checking out. If you're really into Hello Kitty stuff, they would definitely be worth checking out. But they're not slated until July 20th, so keep that in mind. And then next in line is Dollar Tree. They are slated for July 24th, potentially. I don't know if that's like a week time frame, so like maybe the week of the 24th, starting earlier, but around that time. Some stores I'm a little doubtful but hopeful for is Menards. I said this last week and I'll say it again, but my Menards website says that they have Halloween in stock at the store. So kind of like CVS, they have the stuff in stores, so they have the potential to set it early. Most of the time, they're not setting until like after back to school season in August. So just something to keep in mind. Most major retailers aren't going to be setting for Halloween until like after back to school season. So like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart for their like main Halloween stuff. Yeah, this week was an interesting week. It's not full of like exciting leaks and everything, but it is cool to see stores starting to set earlier than ever. And I'm excited to see what's to come. It's very possible that I missed something or didn't talk about something that you wanted to talk about, so leave it in the comments down below so we can talk about it next week. If you didn't know, I hand make wax melts at houseofwaxmelts.com or houseofwaxmelts.etsy.com. Go check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye!